Do you ever need an easy dessert for a football tailgate party or a family holiday get-together? Well, caramel brownies will for sure make you the top talk of the party. This delicious dessert consists of German chocolate cake mix, chocolate chips, evaporated milk, melted butter, and of course, the melted caramel squares. Before starting any of the mixing process, you first must preheat your oven at 350 degrees, which is already done. Next, we went ahead and melted the caramel squares. That way, they'll be perfectly ready when the brownies come out the oven for the first time. To begin this, I'm going to start with the German chocolate cake mix, mixing it with the melted butter, 2/3 cup of melted butter, and the 2/3 cup of evaporated milk. And to make this process easier, I went ahead and pre-measured out every ingredient. That way it'll all be ready. Go ahead and mix up the cake mix, making sure that it's all mixed. There's no clumps left. And also you don't want to mix it too much because it creates air in the mix. Alright. And I also am using a whisk to make this easier with the mixing process. A spoon would work just as well, but this is easier for me. Alright. Alright, all mixed up. So there you have it right there. Go ahead and you will be using a 9x12 pan to cook this on. So what you're going to do is go ahead and grease the pan, making sure you get all sides, just so when the brownies come out, they're not sticking to the pan. Alright, go ahead and pour half the cake mix in here and save the other half for the top of the brownies. You kind of just have to measure out about half by just looking. Go ahead and evenly spread it out, making sure all corners are covered. And I'm just using a spoon to make sure it's all evenly spread. Alright. Now, this first layer of the caramel brownies is all evenly spread out and will be placed in the oven for about 8 to 12 minutes. Pause. Now, the next step is we took the brownies out of the oven and we let them cool for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're next going to take the 1 cup of chocolate chips and evenly distribute them throughout the cake mix, making sure that all areas of the brownie mix is covered. Now you can also add more or less chocolate chips if you would like. To evenly distribute, take a spoon, kind of spread them around, just making sure each person gets enough chocolate. Not like this is enough or anything. Alright, after they are evenly distributed, you're going to take the 1 bag of melted caramel squares and do the same thing, making sure that you don't put a lot of caramel in one spot because it is hard to move. So kind of just go in rows back and forth. I'll show you once I'm finished. allowing each spot to get enough caramel. Also, this caramel tends to get a little sticky, so if it happens to harden up a little bit, all you would have to do is warm it up in the microwave for about 45 seconds, and it loosens it up. Also, the same thing with the chocolate chips. You can add more caramel or less caramel to the brownie mix, just all in how much you want. Let's see. Alright, go ahead and show you what we just did. Added the caramel. Finally, you're going to take the rest of the cake mix that you put aside from earlier and scoop that on top, evenly distributing it over the caramel. Now, it is okay if you don't have that much cake mix left to go over all the caramel, because it is going to be a caramel brownie, so you do want some caramel to show. So make sure we get all this. Alright, after that you're going to go ahead and spread it out evenly, placing the new brownie mix and layered mix in the oven for about 15 to 18 minutes, making sure that once it comes out, you let it cool for about 5 to 10 minutes, allowing the brownies to harden up enough to where you can cut them and serve them. After letting the brownies cool for about 5 to 10 minutes, your finished result is right here, and you're able to take them out of the pan and serve them. In conclusion to my process speech, following a step-by-step instructions is a good thing, so you can do it on your own one day, just like I have with these brownies. I make these on several different occasions just because, as results show, it's a very fun and easy thing to do.